And so, I just think, again, when you look at CRM and they announce a $50 billion buyback, I don't think they do that if they feel like their entire business is about to be lost by AI. But again, I'm leaking into the fundamentals. The other thing that comes to my mind here is that one of the things that people were complaining about so much, particularly in the end of last year, was the concentration in the market, right? The idea that it was a handful of stocks, the top 8 stocks were 35% of the S&P 500 and over 35% or whatever it was of the weighting of the NASDAQ, for example, right? Well, the breadth now, if anything, seems to be, you could argue, improving. So now we don't necessarily have this uber concentration in the mags. I mean, I think they're still overweight, obviously, relative to, say, history, but maybe you want some of that breadth improving and some of the focus shifting to broad, the tech sector more broadly, for example, right? So maybe some of this stuff is healthy. I would also just say, Oliver, there are some things that look pretty dang good on charts. If you bring up IYT, for example, I'm, again, not a technician, but you look at something like that and you go like, SMH making a new high, is that typically a bearish thing? IYT looks like it's about to start, breaking out here.